Got those out there. Let's take that live view. This is from Linden, Utah County, so we know that monsoon surge has made it to the Wasatch Front, pushing further north with the help of that southerly flow. People out there in Linden on the beach, I'm sure it's cooled down, but you don't want to be anywhere near that water when that lightning comes through, and a few of our cells are packing a punch that way. This moisture is much needed because we've been dry. Salt Lake International hasn't picked up measurable moisture in 28 days, 82 days at the St. George Airport. Now that's above a trace. We saw a trace yesterday in St. George, but haven't seen it. That could change today because the Wasatch Front is now in the mix for these storms. Satellite radar showing that positioning of high pressure. That's bringing the heat, but as it slides westward, it's allowing for moisture to be funneled into the state. Look at the last 3 hours, the heat of the day allowing for these storms to blossom. I show you the satellite radar so you know the direction that the storms are moving, and it's northeast, but the forewarn radar pinpoints exactly where we're seeing these cells, and it is further and further north than where we were dealing. Okay, quiet from Ogden to Lehigh, but check Tooele County here. This is over towards Tempe, near Dugway and Vernon. That's going to track towards Salt Lake County. We have ominous skies over near Daybreak. Fresh lightning coming off of that cell. Anything that moves over the Great Salt Lake could hold together and impact the northern Wasatch Front. Heading a little further south, starting to really fill in the southwest desert. St. George, temperatures dropped with cloud cover and wet weather overhead. Now south of Enterprise. Zion getting some storms. Also the case towards Kanab, and that goes up to the high country. Bryce Canyon country, Grand Staircase, all the way over to the Moab and Four Corners area where we filled in with storms. This is an area that we expect slow movers, so we could see flash flood potential. Haven't seen anything yet. As we look at the northeastern corner of the state, over Flaming Gorge, Duchesne County and Castle Country also seeing that wet weather near Manti and Ephraim. So active conditions for the heat of the day and more on the way. Live view from Daybreak doesn't look friendly, quite ominous as those storms make their way to the Salt Lake Valley. We will see those conditions holding on here as we get through the next several hours. It's also hot. We hit 100 today. Now Salt Lake sitting at 98, 99 in Ogden. This increase of cloud cover and these storms rolling in, cooling us a bit. 96 in Moab, 101 in St. George. They've dropped steadily with storms overhead. Along the Wasatch Front, we'll fall into the 90s. We're already there, and then kick it in the 80s by 9 p.m. The threat of storms sticks around for the next several hours, so it's an eyes to the skies type of evening. By 10 p.m., mid-80s expected with mild temperatures because we're running above average today. 95 is the average, and we hit 100. And while we're backing off right now, and it seems pleasant, we know the heat builds back. Storm in view from Cherry Peak. This is where we've also seen that wildfire smoke. Air quality is in the unhealthy for sensitive groups category in Salt Lake County only. So that southerly flow pushing some of that smoke, and our futurecast smoke model shows that. We see how we get a bit of a clearing in the southwest desert all the way up towards Delta by 9 p.m. When the winds die down and the storms go away, well, that haze comes right back. It settles in, but a brief window of cleaner air is never frowned upon. So we head into tomorrow. That area of high pressure still sliding to the west, and it's a slow mover. Now it's got a clockwise flow, so meaning there's going to stay with lingering moisture on the eastern side of that high pressure. That means Utah is going to see isolated storms. Now the threat for those storms a little further east, especially east of I-15, but the potential is still there to see some isolated activity for the Wasatch Front, and we will see places from Vernal all the way to the Four Corners dealing with those storms. Futurecast highlights that. So let's look as we walk through the rest of tonight. I zoom in on the Salt Lake Valley because by 7 p.m., Tooele, Utah, and Salt Lake County staying really active. We see those storms holding on past 10 p.m., quieting for the overnight. Lingering moisture into tomorrow will allow for scattered to isolated storms yet again. A tiny bit of moisture as we head into Saturday holds on, and so we could see some higher terrain storms. The probable flash flood risk, it shifts a little bit. Natural Bridges, Grand Gulch as we head to the close of the work week, but those storms will be there and still pack a punch. Excessive heat watch in lower Washington County for your Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures tomorrow, little cooler with the cloud cover thanks to those storms. 106 in St. George, 104 in Moab. We're going to hurry through these 7 days here. Go with me. Threat of storms with the heat the next 7 days. Pioneer Day brings scattered storm potential in the south, drier in the north, but the heat is on. A slew of triple digits here. We've got sports coming up right after this break.